Chapter 5, Too Close for Comfort. Hopefully you're all having a great day. The day after your pregnancy test, you carry your first box of belongings into your new room in the stone mansion. Time to make this room into a home. Teddy bear. Drawing. Braziers. We'll do sketchbook. I have a few sketches so far, but I can't wait to see what else I'll add to these pages. Hopefully all the pregnancy hormones won't interfere with any potential inspiration. As you pull out a few more things, you spot a card tucked inside your bag. Hey bestie, just a note to wish you good luck. If you need anything, I'm here for you. And don't forget, we're watching whale watching later this month. It'll be just like elementary school without the uneven home haircut bangs. Demi. Thanks, Demi. Wish you were here to help me unpack. You head back out to where your car sits in the stone's long driveway, plucking a stack of boxes from the trunk, but the moment you lift them up... Miss Lawson! What are you doing? Ivan, Cole's driver, and Carmen come into the house, their faces full of shock. Just moving a few things. Didn't Cole and Daphne tell you I'll be arriving today? They did, but you can't move these things on your own. Cole would be upset. Let us take care of it. Thanks for offering, but, I can carry the lighter boxes. I'm glad to have help with the heavier ones, though. But, Miss Lawson! Call me Alyssa. I'm sure we're gonna be friends. Thanks, everyone, but I'll take it from here. Cole appears out of nowhere and takes the boxes right out of your arms. His fingers brush yours, sending a jolt of heat through your body. You can't help but remember the way his naked body pressed against yours into the pool in New York. Cole pulls the boxes out of your reach and gives you a stern look. Nuh-uh, no way. Carrying anything heavy is on the forbidden list. No, it's not. I read the whole list. All 17 pages, twice. It's on the list now that we know you're pregnant. Page 18. Excitement flutters through you as you remember the positive test at the doctor's office. It doesn't last long as you gaze at Cole, remembering your resolution. You try to keep your distance as you follow him back into the house, but you find yourself close enough to brush shoulders with him as you walk. Despite your best efforts, it's impossible not to notice the easy strength with which he carries them, or the flex of his biceps as he settles them beside your belongings. Ivan and Carmen will bring the rest of your things inside. I have a little surprise for you. Cole leads you to the room next door, and you step into a pristine, completely furnished art studio. Ta-da! Wow, it's very pretty. Oh my god, this wasn't here when you gave me the tour. It's a spare room, so I had it converted. Hopefully it'll make your muse feel at home. Insist it's too much. We'll hug him. Why not? It's a hug. Friends hug each other all the time. You throw caution to the wind and fling your arms around his neck. I can't believe you gave me a whole studio. His arms slide around you, pulling you close. The warmth of his embrace is enough to make your heart beat even faster. When you pull back, you look over the vast array of supplies. A particular set of paintbrushes catches your eye, and you lift one from the case. No way. Kolinsky Sable? Just one of these brushes cost more than my rent. I was told they were the best. I'm just glad you like them. I don't like them. I love it. Well, if there's anything else you need, you've got an open line of credit at the art supply store. Now you're just spoiling me? Might as well get used to it. I plan to spoil the baby, so I'm practicing on you. Speaking of practice, if you ever want a model, I would love to see what you could do with, He gestures towards himself. Even though you know he's joking, he's gorgeous enough to be a model. Painting him would be an awfully intimate. You're struck with a sudden image of Cole sprawled out for you like a model, his bare skin, with just a hint of a sheet covering him. I'm sorry, what? You leap at him, driving your fingers into his shirt, ripping it asunder and yelling for Cthulhu. Oh, I'm sorry, I got carried away. That's a great idea. Why not right now? I've never actually sat for a portrait before, but if you don't mind posing me. Your pulse leaps a little at the thought of all the ways you could pose him. Sure. It shouldn't take long. It'll just do a quick watercolor study. I'm sorry, a what now? Glip a large sheet of watercolor paper to the easel and begin assembling supplies. Just make yourself comfortable while I get things ready. Cole takes off his jacket and reaches for the hem of his shirt to pull over his head. You stop and stare at him, surprise flooding your reaction. Oh, did you not want me to undress? No, it's okay. I definitely want it. I mean, his gaze ignites at the mention of wanting. Heat pulls through you as his eyes rove your body. So, how much should I leave on? You decide to allow yourself to indulge in this one moment. It's just a painting, after all. You can take off everything. Yep, everything. A blank canvas is the best starting point. Feel free to undress while I prepare everything. As you set up a new palette and go through the wide range of brushes, the sound of rustling fabric draws your attention back to him. You turn just enough to see him from the corner of your eye, and bare skin of his back, making your heart skip a beat. It's wearing Fruit of the Loom. Maybe Hanes, who knows? He slips out of his underwear, leaving you forgetting how to breathe as you take his entire body in. Wow. He takes all you can to not reach out and touch him. You clench your fist to chase away that thought. Is this okay? Cole stands against the wall, the light of the windows highlighting every contour of his toned muscles, stealing your breath away. If his girlfriend walks in and he's standing there naked and you're drawing him, I wonder how that's gonna go over. I'm just saying. Oh, it's more than okay. Your gaze lingers on the impressive length he has to offer. Your thoughts warring with wanting to wrap your hand around it. Oh, come on now. Heat pulls through your belly, aching to feel his body against yours once again. Yeah, it's good. So, how do you want me? You want him on the floor, with you straddling his hips as you use brand new paint brushes to tickle and tease every inch of him. I'm not sure how to pose. I've never done this before. Right, just, sit there. Cole settles onto the spare chair in the room. You pick up a sheet and, from among the supplies, draping it artfully over his lap. He sucks in a breath as you arrange the fabric against his thighs. Your hand aches to slide up his torso just to find more places that make him gasp. You pull a corner of the sheet around his waist and let your fingers linger a little too long, arranging the fabric against his perfectly toned abs. You step back to see how everything will come together on the canvas. All that's left is a perfect pose. Let's see if he's good at following directions. You press the end of your paintbrush to your lips, trying to imagine the best pose that could accentuate his body. Let's have you turn a 45-degree angle and tilt your chin down with about 20 degrees. If I knew that would be mouth involved, I would have studied up. He gives you a small laugh that wakes up butterflies in your stomach. He complies with your verbal directions, though. No matter how he moves, he looks glorious. Now open your legs just a bit. Sorry. Not often you have a naked person in front of you and you say that, huh? He spreads his knees ever so slightly, giving you the perfect view of his... Yep. The flush of pride mingles with your own desires. You realize you're the cause of this excitement. They're perfect. For all you know, he could be thinking about taking his Flintstone vitamins right now. I can't. I'm sorry. His gaze locks with yours. You swallow hard and retreat to the safety of your easel. As you begin sketching in the rough lines of his figure, your hardest brain takes over. You look tense. I am tense. I feel on display. Technically, you are. Don't worry. I'll be so focused you'll hardly notice me after a minute or two. I could never not notice you, Alyssa. His voice is so low you wonder if you heard him right, but judging from the way he's looking at you, you did. I have to admit, I did have a selfish motive for setting up the studio. Really, and what would that be? You visited my music studio, wanted the chance to watch you work. And what's it like watching me squint at an easel for an hour? His voice drops low. Watching someone with as much passion as you is electrifying. It inspires me to spend more time with all the things I love. You look up from your palette and make piercing eye contact with him. Your heart skips a beat, but thankfully Cole changes the subject. You seem pretty in your element here. What's your favorite part about painting? I love learning new techniques. You add in a little shadow just below his jawline, allowing yourself to admire the sharp curve for a moment. There are so many different mediums out there, and so many different ways to use them. Do you have a favorite? Probably gouache. It can be unforgiving, require dedication to be perfect, but the result is always worth it. I can relate to that. You can't become the CEO of a huge tech corporation without perfecting your field. Yeah, but perfecting something is non-existent. You literally can't strive for perfection. You can try, but you can't. Cole smiles and shifts ever so slightly in his seat, but the moment he does, the sheet slips down, slipping off of his lap. Oh, sorry. You freeze for a moment, taking in the sight of him in all of his glory. His body is on full display, legs slightly spread. And then you shake your head, forcing yourself to focus. That's alright, I got it. You move to pick up the sheet, but when you turn to place it back in his lap, you're only inches apart. Something crackles through the air between you. He is close enough that you can practically feel the pull your body has towards his. As if sensing too, he leans forward. He's so near, so naked, excitement courses through your veins. Don't you do it. Don't you do it. Oh my god, he did it. Cole stands up and slides his hands up your arms. Everything in you is telling you to pull apart. But your body refuses to listen. You don't want to listen. Your eyes up on your toes, pressing your lips against his. Cole immediately opens his mouth to yours and snakes his arms around your waist. Melissa, we shouldn't. Even though his protests, he is still pulling you tight against him, lifting your leg to wrap around his hip. I know. Your hands explore his perfect body, wanting nothing more than to rip your own clothing off so you can feel his hot skin against yours. He trails kisses down your neck as he finds a spot that makes your knees quake. One hand finds your breast. He gives it quick, a gentle squeeze. Oh. His thumb circles your... Uh-oh. Ivan interrupted you, thankfully. Otherwise, we were gonna get, hot and heavy. Oh, by the way, when I paused it because the, YouTube... we only clicked 3 times before we got to this. Just saying. So actually, you didn't miss much, besides, things that would have got this video taken down. You draw back sharply as if you've noticed a hot stove. Cole's expression darkens with what you can only read as guilt. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have let that happen. I know, that makes 2 of us. Even if trying to ignore what's between us is so wrong. Cole takes a deep breath and lets it out slowly, then turns to look at the finished portrait. You're impressed by it yourself. Cole looks vulnerable, irresistible at the same time. There's a heat in the portrait's eyes that are mirrored in his own when he glances at you. That's amazing. What's amazing is your ability to not drag him right back to your mouth. I should go finish unpacking. Oh, right. He leaves you in the studio he built just for you. A grand gesture unlike anything you've ever experienced, and all you can do is feel his sudden absence. I knew moving in here was going to be hard, but now it seems nearly impossible. You try to solidify your resolve, but when you look at the portrait, his gorgeous body, you know it'll be harder than ever. Over the next few days, you adjust to the mansion life and all the changes of a new pregnancy, or at least you try to. Cole wanders in the kitchen one morning to find you whisking together a bowl of pancake batter and pulling eggs and bacon from the fridge. Oh, you're up early. It's Carmen's day off, so I'm making breakfast. Real breakfast, while my morning sickness gives me enough of a break to enjoy it. I won't tell Daphne if you won't. Both share a smile and your stomach rumbles in anticipation. But, just as you're about to dig in... Wait! Ugh. She swoops in and snatches the fork from your hand. But... I asked Carmen to make us some yogurt parfaits with chai seeds, goji berries last night. Imagine my image if the baby is predisposed to obesity. That's not how this works at all. It's not how this works at all with babies. Who told you that? Paul gives you a sympathetic look and pushes away his pancakes in solidarity. Then slide me one of those yogurt things too. I'll have what Melissa's having. You brave soul. Goji berries are good though. Later that week, as you're just about to go out for a bike ride. Where do you think you're going? I don't know, to exercise? Unless you're gonna give me an exercise room too. On a little ride around the neighborhood, that's all. No need, I ordered us some matching Pelotons. Spin class in 20 minutes. Daphne. I can plan my own exercise routine. No, our doctor can plan your exercise routine. Now come on, we don't want to be late. And me now. Finally, a chance to relax. After a bout of morning sickness, you lounge by the pool with a smoothie in one hand and a romance novel in the other. You sync your phone with the poolside speakers and hit play on your favorite hip-hop playlist. Wait! Oh, no. You have got to be kidding me. Daphne taps her phone screen. Suddenly your playlist is replaced with classical piano. Much better. My mom made this playlist for you. Apparently it helps with fetal intelligence. Daphne, I'll wear headphones while I listen to my music. Well, what you hear, the baby hears. Actually, that's false. Besides, if my mom walks in and doesn't hear the playlist, it's actually false. When people put headphones to the belly, that's how the baby hears, not through your own ears. A few weeks later, desperate to get away from Daphne, you've gone for a stroll on a lakefront. You pull your earbuds out of one pocket and the smuggled candy bar out of the other. Soon you're walking down the path with hip-hop in your ears, chocolate in your mouth, and wind in your hair. You fist bump and go, freedom. Oh, freedom. Until your phone rings. If that's Daphne, I'm gonna pitch this phone in the lake. But when you check the screen, you see the caller's not Daphne, it's Cole. Relief surges through you as you pick up. Hey, Ivan's about to head to the store, so I thought I'd see if you need him to pick up anything. Got anything particular cravings? Yeah, I got cravings for you. Where are you anyway? I hear honking. At the park, honestly. I'm enjoying the beautiful weather. Beautiful weather, sunshine and shadow can easily turn to rain any second. And thus why you enjoy it while you can. It's not bad right now. Just a little breezy. And I wanted a break. Alyssa, what's really going on? It's Daphne, okay? There, I said it. She hovers over me, making sure I do everything up to Estella's standards. I can't breathe without her correcting me. I know she can be a bit much, but, I'm not exaggerating. She made me watch a video about alternating nostrils. Yikes. I told her I'd come up with my own exercise plan. I told her I'd wear headphones for my hip-hop playlist, and I gave up my pancakes. I don't know what else I can do. You're so worked up, you feel lightheaded. You take a deep breath through both nostrils and lean against a nearby tree. I'm sorry. She's overbearing sometimes, but she means well. I know Daphne has some say in this, but she needs a hobby. Birdwatching, knitting, model trains, there's gotta be something. You hear Cole's soft laughter on the other end that calms you down a little. Your head is still whirling. I'll talk to Daphne tonight. Promise. Thank you. I want you to be happy. If there's anything within my power, I'll always... His words seem to fade in and out like the coals breaking him. Another wave of dizziness hits you. Alyssa, you okay? World spins like a carousel, and then everything goes dark. Well, that's never a good sign. Alyssa! You stumble through the darkness, heading towards the sound of the voice. Alyssa, talk to me! You blink a few times, and the world comes into focus. You're laying on the ground by the lakefront. Thank God, you had me so worried. I'm sorry, did you appear out of thin air like a magic genie or some shit? Cole's face swims into focus above you. You struggle to sitting position. Cole helps you, his strong arm supporting. What happened? You must have fainted. But how did you find me? I rushed to the lakefront and followed the sound of geese. Are you hurt anywhere? I don't think so. Cole looked you over, tenderly checking your head for lumps. You haven't felt his touch in days. The warmth in his gaze makes you melt inside. While you brush debris from your hair and clothes, Cole calls Dr. Perry. Alyssa, here, Dr. Perry, I got you on speakerphone. Dr. Perry runs through a long list of questions, and you answer as best as you can. Sounds like simple dehydration, possibly stress. I suggest you go home and take it easy. If the symptoms persist, call me back. You give Cole a questioning look, unsure exactly how honest he wants you to be. Don't worry, Dr. Perry. I'll be good to myself. I'm a master of self-care, but can you do me a favor? Sure thing. Prescribe me a stack of pancakes and a Beyonce album. After hanging up the phone, Cole helps you to your feet, keeping an arm around your waist, even though, through dizziness, your pulse leaps at the feeling of him pressed against your side. Promise me you won't tell Daphne about fainting? If you promise me, you'll follow the doctor's orders, and tell me right away if you get dizzy again. Deal. And Cole, thanks for taking care of me, as always. You lean against him, and breathing in his scent, savoring the closeness. Let's get you home for a nap. Or if you want, I can call ahead and have a bubble bath waiting. I'll stay with you to make sure you fully relax, whatever you need. Let Cole pamper you in a bubble bath. That would be amazing. Cole's eyes flash with relief, and he immediately wraps a protective arm around your waist to help you to the car. When I'm done with you, you'll be so relaxed you'll forget the world's stress even exists. It's only a few minutes drive back to the house. By the time Cole walks you in, a hot bath is ready and waiting for you. The oversized tub is overflowing with bubbles, and cozy steam hangs in the air. Fluffy towels and a robe are waiting nearby. Your staff are very, very good at their job. They are, believe me. I give them huge bonuses, so they'll never want to leave. So there's only one thing that could make it more relaxing. A little aromatherapy. You got it. He clears his throat and speaks to the mansion's digital assistant. Hey, Bibi, activate aromatherapy function. Bibi's robotic voice answers from the speaker. Okay, Cole. Which scent would you like? You can choose stimulating scent, delicious scent, arousing scent, sandalwood. Wow. I never knew Bibi was such a great wingman. Hey, Bibi. I set aromatherapy scent to relaxing and stop getting me into trouble. Okay, Cole. Which trouble would you like? You can choose financial trouble, relationship trouble, double trouble, big trouble in Little China. Good movie, by the way. Cole buries his face in his hands and groans. This is why you're never leaving Beta. I think Bibi's cute. Perfection's boring, anyway. I'm calling it Bibi. You can't change my mind. You trail your fingers through the bubbly foam of the bath. Except for when it comes to bubble bath form. In which case, well, it's perfect. You retrieve the fastenings of your clothing, almost forgetting your audience, except that the second you remember him, your whole body lights up with need. Do you want me to turn around? Actually, yeah, I'd like some privacy. We wouldn't want to lose control. You're proud of yourself for not giving in to the wanting of having him close, of having him touch you as you undress, no matter how much you might want it. But that doesn't stop your mind from imagining all the possibilities of having him alone with you in the bathroom. There are plenty of services to use to your advantage. No problem. Cole does as you ask, facing away while you strip out of your clothing. Even without him looking, you're still so aware of his presence. He could easily turn around and capture your lips with his. He could palm your naked breasts, where he could... Okay, yeah, no, alright. Pixelberry, calm down. This is making me dizzier than the pregnancy. And then he would trail kisses down your stomach until he reaches the apex of your thighs, where he could use his... But you can let that thought go any further. You slide into the water, noting the way his head tilts and fists clench at the sound of sloshing water reaches him. I might not be the only one thinking about the possibilities. Mission accomplished, you can turn around. You close your eyes and soak in the delicious heat, completely blissed out. Oh, this is heaven. You look around for body wash and a loofah. Spot them all the way on the other end of the tub. You lift one of your feet and point with your toes. Can you hand me those? Cole reaches for them, but stops short of passing them to you. I'll do it. You're gonna bathe me? I just want you relaxed. Completely 100% relaxed. God, does that sound nice? I'm serious. Women are lucky. Most guys do not get that. 99.9% of men on this planet do not get that. He lathers up the loofah and washes your arms and legs. He even makes you lean forward so he can scrub your back. He is so gentle that you can't help but lean into his touch as he caresses the loofah up and down your back. That feels nice. His movements slow to draw out the gentle massage as he scrubs the lavender-scented soap across your skin. Getting clean never felt so dirty. How about a little massage? Let's work out some of that tension. Well, there's one part of me that's been aching. My shoulders. You roll your neck from side to side, wincing. I've been spending too much time at the easel, I think. He gave me such a great studio. I want to be there 24/7. So the muse is back. The muse is back. And this time I've chained her to the floor. She's not getting away. He grins and starts massaging you with strong hands, working out all the knots and soothing your sore muscles. Oh, I can't believe how good you are at this. You immediately lean back against him, your body melting into his touch. I don't think I'll ever leave this tub ever again. He chuckles, his voice tongue twist, reverberating against your back. His hands slide down your arms, tips of his fingers grazing the sides of your breasts. I'm always happy to give you what you want, Alyssa. You close your eyes and let out a noise that's half sigh, half gasp as his hands trail back up your shoulders, grazing that same sensitive skin on their way. Your fingers are seriously magic. As he works, you can't help but imagine his hands moving elsewhere. Pregnancy has your hormones in overdrive, and his touch is like a spark in a fireworks factory. I'm glad. I just want to make you feel good. The words seem to send more sparks coursing through you. All you have to do is guide his hands between your legs, but that would be wrong. And you're trying to be good. So good. Feeling more relaxed now? His hands reluctantly slide away from your body. You don't want him to stop, you want him to stay, but you can't say that out loud. 100%. You're such a liar. You are 0% relaxed and 2,000% turned on. Your body is begging for a release. Cole dries his hands and leaves a towel in easy reach. Can I trust you to finish up on your own? The way his eyes devour you, you know he's looking for a reason to stay. All you have to do is say the word, but you manage to stay good for now. Yep, I got BB if I need help. Oh no, just don't get into trouble. You know, financial trouble, relationship trouble, little trouble in Chinatown. You laugh and throw a washcloth in his direction, but he ducks it easily. I think I can manage. I'll see you at dinner. Cole shuts the door behind him, leaving you alone and aching with desire. You know you're gonna touch yourself. Things that you read now and you blurt out because Pixelberry, you just... I don't know what to say anymore. The only question is what you think about while you do. Yep, nope, gonna have to skip this one, boys. I hope these bubbles have soundproofing qualities because that was the best you felt and longer than you wanted, man. Cole will never touch you like that. Can never touch you like that. But for now, there's no harm in a little fantasy. I hope. No, it's true. There's no harm. Later that evening, you head to the dining room for dinner with Cole and Daphne. They don't notice you right away, and for a moment, you stand in the doorway. Work went well today. It was amazing. I landed an exclusive deal with Cartier. That's great. You wanted to work with them for as long as I can remember. They sit together at a far end of the dining table, chatting intimately and smiling. as if they're a couple. Because they are a couple, a married one. You've never seen them together like this, and reality hits you. You're a non-stop express train to Heartbreak City. I've been trying to hide my feelings for Cole, but they're not going away. Just then, Cole happens to look up and see you. A gorgeous grin spreads across his face, and you feel like your heart's gonna burst. Ah, come join us, Alyssa. We were just talking about you. You were? I have an announcement, or should I say, we have an announcement. He smiles sweetly at Cole and takes his hand. We're having a baby shower next week. Okay. Thanks for sharing. What are we eating? Anyway, without further ado, thanks for watching. Love your beautiful faces. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. Head down the description below. Links to a bunch of things to check out, to join even more of the community, ways to help out, you know, check them out. All those links. It really would help, though, if you made sure to like and share the video, and make sure that you're subscribed. You know, it really, it's a way of, every time I make a video, right, especially if you have the bell dinged, you'll receive a notification of when I upload content, if you enjoy the content that I do. Which, please let me know if, down in the comment section below, what you thought of the story, if you enjoy what I do. Am I adding too much humor? Am I adding just not enough? Am I adding just enough right humor? I try and mix it up, you know, for those of you who, you know, go, oh my god, shut up, we don't need your commentary, because I've had those comments over the years, and, you know, that's the thing. I'm all well and whatnot for criticism, or who, what, when, where, and why, right? But here's the thing is, you know, if a lot of people said, yeah, no, you're laying it on a little thick or whatnot, then I would listen to you, and I'd be like, okay, focus more on it, lower the amount you're commenting or doing humor or whatnot, but make them, you know, good moments. But, you know, let's be honest. I am the only channel on the face of this earth, out of 8 billion people, out of 80 million creators, that actually reads the stories to you. Literally, I'm the only channel on the face of the earth. Unless you go to Mars, maybe some alien might read it to you. But otherwise, I am literally the only channel on the face of this planet that doesn't just tap, 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 tap. And let's be honest, every single other channel just taps. They don't read it, they don't talk about it, they don't do voices, they don't do humor, they don't actually give you a personality, they don't give you character, they don't give you anything. Really? Do you even know what any of them, you know, sound like? Do their personalities, are they good people, are they bad people? You know, do they insert a million ads into their videos? Because I know some of them do. And, you know, because I try and remove all the ads that YouTube puts in the video, because I want you to enjoy the video for what it is, right? There's other ways for you guys to support the channel, right? I don't put a million of those in the videos. Again, I can't stress enough how I try and make my channel completely and utterly unique against the 80 million other creators out there on the face of this planet. Because I would assume that each and every one of us are unique in our own choices and personality and everything that is about us, right? So, yeah, again, I try my hardest. So, again, if you did enjoy, remember to let me know, like it, the whole 9 yards. Thanks for watching. Catch you all later. Peace out.